Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 52 of my journey through Necropolis League. Today, we're going to be finishing off the Lunar Turtle Spectre build, min-maxing the last details of it. What I'm going to try and do today is work in an Umbilicus Immortalis belt and equip flasks to apply to all of my turtles rather than me, and in doing so I'll have to replace rings because I'm going to have to replace this belt, and then try and optimize these Ghastly Eye Jewels to get the most out of the turtles. But there's a lot to dive into right at the start of this video. We still do not have an exact release date for the next PoE League. There are still a couple ideas I might toy around with in the lead up to next league, but this is going to be the last video on the turtles for sure. And we'll let them chill and walk around while I talk about a bunch of stuff. So, starting July, as this is July 1st, is Disability Pride Month. Now, many of you know I have an abnormal, invisible disability called benign fasciculation syndrome. I went into much more detail on that last year than I'm going to today, so if you want to learn more about that, check that video out. But essentially, I have spontaneous muscle spasms that happen throughout my body in kind of like an unprovoked way. It's very strange. Kind of the best way I can describe it is kind of like a Tourette's thing, where you can see people have like facial tics or things, but I have that happen just like with my muscles in my body. They'll just like, there's this constant unprovoked activity throughout the muscles in my body. So any kind of physical activity is something that I'm not really able to do, such that I find myself here making YouTube videos, playing video games, as a way for me to initially cope with the muscle spasms that I deal with, but it has grown into so much more. It's quite crazy to me that there's so many people that are excited and watch my Path of Exile videos, and one thing I'm particularly proud of is the community that we've grown over the years. This league, we had a private league that over 100 people joined and played around in Necropolis League. Being a down league in the Path of Exile realm of things, we still had a bunch of players playing for a long time, and in this pseudo SSF environment, it was a lot of fun. Added a lot of enjoyability to playing Path of Exile, while you're not quite as restricted as solo self-found, but not dealing with the crazy trade side of things where it might be better to sell your bosses rather than attempt them yourself and things like that. And it's something I'm looking forward to doing again in the upcoming league. And we will organize that through Discord, so join that in the links below the video if you are interested in participating in the next private league, which will be essentially a trade league but with a much smaller community, more SSF focused kind of thing, and we'll extend that through a large duration of the league. It makes me really happy to hear the positive experiences that other players within the community had playing in our group self-found private league. It was a big success, I think, and I'm happy to continue doing that in the future. And Path of Exile is a game that I really heavily started digging into probably like late 2019, I would say. It was a way to distract me from the muscle spasm stuff I was going to. There's so much happening in this game. It's so complicated. There's so much stuff that you can strive for and do. You can really invest a lot of time into characters, and it's so fast paced and so much going on that it really provided me a way to kind of distract myself from the other things going on. So then I started recording videos and then uploading those to YouTube, and now there's so many people that are watching that it gives me a sense of pride that I'm creating something that people find enjoyment and value in to watch. When this is never something I imagined when I was growing up that I would be doing. I went to college. I have a mechanical engineering degree. I used to work on machines and do things, but now I can't operate large machinery. I can't drive a car. I can't even really spend too much time up and about walking around and doing things because my muscles will fatigue themselves much quicker than you would normally expect from basic activity because there's extra muscle activity happening and things. So it's really difficult for me to do things. And if I do go outside of my comfort zone and take myself out of my little safe environment where I just kind of wake up, I play video games, record, I edit, I upload, go back to sleep, I stay in my chair, stay in my room, I don't run any risk of hurting myself or causing others any harm if something were to happen to me. This is my safe place here on YouTube and making these videos. And lastly, I would like to say thank you to you guys for watching. Without you guys, I don't think I would be doing this. Still, it'd be really easy for me to spend most of my days in bed just watching streams or other videos and things. And this has given me this motivation to continue to try and do things, and I can't say thank you enough for that. It's given me something to invest my energy into that is something I've greatly needed over the years. And now, thanks to the members and those of you watching, I get a paycheck from YouTube each month just for uploading these videos. And because of that, I was able to invest in having emotes made for my channel, and I am super, super happy with how those turned out. That came from you guys, just watching and supporting me. And I would like to announce that I am going to try and live stream sometime in the next week or two over on Twitch, because I want to be able to use these emotes on Twitch. But you have to be an affiliate on Twitch in order to even upload emotes to your channel, in which case I need to reach 50 followers. I have to stream for 7 days. I have to stream a total of 8 hours and maintain 3 active viewers. That's not seemingly too difficult for me to accomplish, and we'll probably do some Path of Exile Ruthless stuff for that, but I'm going to be doing so with Starlink internet. The internet I'm currently using to play games and stuff isn't strong enough to live stream. Starlink can live stream, but there's going to be frame drops. I'm going to get disconnected from the game. It's going to be a rough go at it, but my goal is to get the prerequisites for a affiliate on Twitch so that I can have my emotes over there. It is one of my biggest goals that I want to be able to live stream, and that's not something I'm currently able to do. And that's just because there isn't the internet accessibility where I live. Now, there have been rumors that it is coming to my location. Like 2 houses down the road, they are constructing a new area of housing. So it is rumored that we're going to get higher speed internet access as a result of that going on in our area, which would be huge. I've always thought that I would need to find a way to move, to live somewhere else, or find another living situation with people that could be supportive enough of me given my conditions where I can't really go out, and have the ability to have rides to doctor's appointments and the ability to acquire food and things. So it's not really something that I could see myself actually having access to in the near future, but the dream for me is if by the time Path of Exile 2 comes out, if I was able to live stream, that would be so huge. But at the same time, I'm not in any rush to like dive into live streaming. I absolutely will live stream here on YouTube once I have a reliable enough internet to do so. Starlink just isn't it. It's a rough go, as I've tried streaming with it before. It's just going to be something we're doing to unlock the affiliate on Twitch. So again, links in the description. Follow twitch.tv/ItFightsBack. And there'll be more information about that on Discord as well. But as far as Path of Exile goes, unless I actually want to explore some of the other build ideas I have in my head, most likely it's going to just be like build guides and stuff coming further from me this league as we lead up into whatever the next league is. We still don't have a name or release date for it yet. And in the meantime, I'm going to be continuing on with Elden Ring. I'm getting close to finishing up the main game, and we'll start into the DLC sometime this week, I'm sure, and hopefully start to wrap that up. Definitely before the next league comes out. That was the goal, and I think we should hit that pretty easily. Alright, so now let's get into it. We need to put a belt on the turtles. Let's switch myself back to down here. So there's some things that I've heard about this belt. It is that you can use enkindling orbs on these for increased effect, and because the flask is not applying to me when I use it, it can still gain charges during its effect because it's not actually affecting me. So I'll be able to boost the effect of all of my flasks that I'm going to use in this for the turtles and still be able to gain flask charges, which will be really cool. But just swapping in the belt, I now have a resistance problem. And now none of these flasks can affect me. I will no longer be able to use a life flask to heal myself. So that is going to be an issue that we need to try and work out. We can get a bunch of resistances on a ring here, and this ring is already giving me a bunch of resistances as well. So we might have to get the last bit on the jewels. So let's see, what flasks can we use? We can use Atziri's Promise, giving elementals extra chaos damage. We can use a Wise Oak, giving elemental penetration. It goes up to 8. Do I have an 8? I do not. So it's 3-1, one of these. Basically saves me a divine orb. What do we get? 7. Okay, I might have to go seeking one of those off another character. But all these are going to increase damage. I believe the turtles have like a base cold resistance, so while I'm getting minion resistance elsewhere so that their resistances are capped up, they will have the highest cold res, so they'll get cold penetration from the flask. And since I have the belt on, I cannot use the Wise Oak to cover my own resistances. So I will have to work that out as well. And what else can we do? We can give attack and spell block with the roomies even. And maybe I'll even need to... Maybe I drop Zealotry and run Purity of Elements so I can ensure ailment immunity to all the turtles as well. Now, what about a Dodre's Elixir? If I use that, minions gain Frenzy, Power, Endurance charges on use. That seems kind of cool. So maybe this is kind of the setup that we go with here. I don't know if any of the flask mods are really necessary. Increasing cast speed isn't going to help them too much because we're trying to make their breath attack last super long, like go through many different casts, and if it casts faster, they sweep across the area faster, and I don't necessarily want that. I don't know if I have a leveled Purity of Elements. We might have to level one of those. Yup. So let's replace the Zealotry, which is 15% more spell damage, some crit stuff that I've been giving them. Let's see here. Do I have any other Dodre flasks? 311 doesn't look like it. This one does have 3 frenzy charges. Let's see if I were to turn on minion life bars. Let's see what using that does to them. So when I press this flask, yeah, they take a big chunk of their damage, or their life and energy shield there. But then they don't have a lot of life recovery either. But should I press the Atziri's Promise and then use it, yeah, they take a little less. They get that recharge happening. This might be a silly idea, but we'll give it a shot. We're also in not only the worst part of the league, but the worst part of the day to find people online to trade on the worst day of the week. Early Monday morning in the United States. Trade has been like particularly dead in my experience over the years. But there are some people online. So getting a better Atziri's Promise, the max 8% LE, invading people's hideouts with my army of turtles is also pretty awesome. But with this flask, I'll get it qualityed up and then hit it with enkindling orbs. Increased effect. So let's see here. 8 times 1.66 is 13. So if it was 8 times 1.7, it would not reach another threshold. I don't know if a percentage of the elemental or like a decimal of the LDS extra chaos will apply. It might only be the 8% and it'll go to 13. That might be all we get there. It'll get extra chaos res and stuff as well. Extra chaos leeches life. Good stuff. And this character has an 8% penetration wise oak. So we'll borrow this. Ooh, actually, I have that Purity of Elements is linked to Generosity. All of my auras are currently linked to Generosity. But I have a Haste. I don't really need a Haste. Maybe I can recolor this, put the Zealotry in there as well. If I were to move the Purity of Elements out of there, and I still turn it on, I can. So then that affects me. Oh, look at that. Okay, so as that levels, okay, that might fix the resistances right there, and then I can go full damage on the jewels, or life and damage, because I'm going to need to survive. What else can we do with this? There's a bunch of life mods on here. What are my catalysts looking like? I have enough to quality this up. Give me extra life and life regen. Nice. The Wise Oak Flask will need enkindling orbs. 69% increased effect. We did a 8% check on that with the Atziri's Promise. That's good. Now this one, 10% will actually be affected by getting this to 70. So let's see if I can get that a 70% effect here. 66, 60, 62, 70. There we go. So that's extra 1% increased damage taken. Extra crit chance against enemies on the consecrated ground. Consecrated ground should still affect me. If I push that, yeah, I'm still affected by consecrated ground. So that reduced effect of curses on me, makes it easier to replace the Kikazaru. Good stuff there. The roomies might not be necessary. Like, I get the offering to give me a bunch of block. That's how I'm getting my block kind of capped up. It lasts for quite a while. I give them a bunch of block. They also have a ton of life. They're going to have life leech and stuff. But I'm not coming down here to get the minion block stuff. Like, it is an extra layer of survivability, but I don't know it's necessary. I've not done... Let's go do lab. I have not done a lab yet. That could be my all-res that I need just from that. Okay, so... how do I work this? Move Convocation up here. So I have my elemental weakness. I apply 2 curses. Alright, so we should be good. So you haven't seen how this build works. Well, let's find some enemies. Well, they're starting to spray stuff. Move them over here. We got Turtle Breath, and sometimes they don't aim well, and when it goes down, they resort into biting things. There's a 13-second cooldown on that, but because of my Pledge of Hands and the spell echo in it, they repeat it 3 additional times, and it gains damage as they repeat it, so they'll just kind of be blasting that from whenever they start to whenever they decide to stop, and that's where all the damage comes in from them. And then now we get the extra bit from the flasks, and should I take a hit, it's going to be kind of bad, but level the Purity of Elements. But when they decide to attack things, they will kill them, and when they don't, they won't kill them, and then they attack me, and I get bleed, and I don't have a way to remove bleed, so that's an issue. So maybe I need to use this red socket for a steel skin, and the turtles do every bit of this. It's almost like I'm playing an Ancestral Bond build with totems, but instead I'm using turtle specters. The helmet is giving me 4 additional specters, but means I can't use golems or the other zombies, skeletons, SRS, animate guardian, none of that. The only minions I can have are these specters. Alrighty, here's our first trial. We've got 2-handed mace as well, that's good. Get all the flasks. And they can roast a Zaro pretty nicely. Cool. Doesn't look like this degen's hurting them too terribly bad, though they're not regenerating their energy shield while standing on the burning ground. Mild issue. The second trial here. Throw this down, get the offering going. Push all my flasks. Curse, curse. And come on, get him. Come on, turtles. Ooh, another offering cast. There we go. They destroyed one of the portals as well. Made it to the final trial. This thing causes bleed. That's awesome. Get the block. Start to here. Got both curses down. Come on, turtles. You got this. Come on, guys. There it is. Cool. Transfigure a gym. In its brand, Chaos Golem. I have Winter. I'll take the Chaos Golem. And then I've got a Flame Surge, Crackling Lance, Flame Dash. All those are meh. Take the Flame Dash. Then I can now get some increased aura effect. 30% increased damage. 30 all elemental res. And then auras grant 3% attack and cast speed. I'm using 4 auras, so that's 12% attack and cast speed. If I have enough aura effect, maybe that goes up. I don't know. But now my resistances are looking really good. Taking off the purity of elements is not quite enough, actually. So we'll probably just run with that. Let's see then. Let's replace this ring. 3% or 3 life per second per level. That's a lot of life regen. Maybe I don't touch that, actually. I need life regen to survive. Oh no, I took the jewel out. Where is he? Oh, raising new turtle specters is a pain. Let's see here. Live-fi. It's actually the only thing on the ground. So I gotta turn off an aura so that I can cast Raise Spectre, revive my turtle. There we go. As long as there's not other enemies on the ground, the spell echo from Pledge of Hands will cause them to all raise, and it's a real pain. Now let's try and make a perfect jewel here. Minions deal additional flat cold damage. It is very ideal. And then as far as prefix goes, I would like life. Suffixes, I can drop all the resistances I have on them. Would like minion taunt, regenerate up to 1% of life while moving. That's pretty good. Those are the big things that I'm needing, I think. Just those 3. Now I need a Ghastly Eye Jewel. I want life. Minions deal additional cold damage and taunt. Now, without putting values, are there any online? There's 68 online. Alright, sort by max cold damage. That one's pretty good. 100 chaos. Chance to blind. Chance to taunt. Life. Even T2 additional fire damage there. That one's pretty good. I'll get that. I might need to find more chaos to do these jewels, but that's fine. Actually, I can probably manufacture a bunch of chaos. Nope, I already did that. Or at least the bigger stacks. There's a bunch in the Reign of Chaos. 79 chaos out of that. And here is the 100 chaos jewel. Awesome. So this one is replacing some strength and dex. Yeah, this jewel right here is bad. This one, big upgrade. Now, can I just socket that in? Yes, and I get to keep my Spectre. Beautiful. Next on the list. Let's just refresh it. Sort by flat cold. Big taunt, little life. 10 chaos though, we'll see. And yep, this is the time of night. Almost everybody I trade with will be in Korea. Get some Australians in there too. But when Europe and North and South America are like all asleep, it's a rough time of day to trade. This person's currently in a map. You can use /whois before any character name and see what it is that they're doing. So this person's not responding to me, but it's only a 10 chaos trade. So I will check every little bit and catch them when they're out of the map. They'll be more likely to do a 10 chaos trade when they're in their hideout. So I'll just ask again in a minute. It's weird having the 20 stack of chaos. If I need 10 chaos, it's not just pull a stack out of my stash anymore. That's how long it's been since I played Trade League. And there we go. Luxurious Hideout. Resend, Whisper. Alright, neither of these two guys with the T1 cold getting back to me. Do I accept a T2? With an 8% taunt? Yeah, I could do that. And then I can probably drop the taunt. See if I can get that one. Yes, indeed. Perfect. Show off the turtles. Well, this is another one that goes in for one that only had life and resistances, strength and dex. Do those need saving? These ones, yes. Very bad build. XD. This one has T3 cold. This one also has T3 cold. So this has me a 12% chance to taunt. It also says with attacks, but most of their damage is coming out of spells. So maybe that's bad, actually. Let's drop the taunt. Put a prerequisite of 30 life. Just search for life in T1. Cold, sort. Chance to avoid bleed and poison for 2 divines. It's a very high roll on the cold. Chance to avoid bleed. Would I pay 2 divines for this? I think I would. Then come invade their hideout with my turtles. Beautiful. Then we can slap this one in. Lose some extra resistances. Still doing okay there. One more to replace. I also want to drop this haste. I'm going to move my Desecrate into the aura setup. Put Zealotry on instead. And I drop the green socket on this. And I set up an automation steel skin. And then there's another one of these here with chance to avoid being poisoned. For 40 chaos, I'll try and snag that one as well. There we go. Perfect. Replace the other one that also had chance to avoid poison, but now with better life. Better minion damage. Ooh, this could be divined. Let's divine that damage up. Yeah, that's better. Poison avoid went up as well. Oh, and I took the... Alright, where's my turtle? Okay, got it back. And recolor these gloves. I need 3 blue, 1 red. There we go. Break the link there, like so. And this is where Convocation goes over here. Frostbite and Ellie Weakness. I don't want linked to the increased duration that I'm getting from the boots. I drop my Arcane Surge. Move the Purity of Elements to there. Wow, quality up my Wraith Lord. Gotta get more turtles back up because qualitying the helmet unsockets it. But 1 cast of Wraith Spectre got all 4 of them. As long as I don't have to desecrate new ones, it's actually not that bad. Then grab automation. Oh, come on. I have to have a steel skin somewhere. Yep, that costs 16 mana. Okay, hopefully that doesn't become an issue. That helps with bleed. Alright, then we need to turn ourselves into cold turtle to get ice crown. It's cold, so definitely want bandana. Throw on blue eyes. Do I want the Arctic body armor? Yeah, why not? Pledge of Hands needs some kind of cold theme effect, not expedition. Give it the divine weapon effect, make it all glowy. I don't have any turtle pets. Okay, that's fine then. Fully equipped in the Arctic gear set. Kind of feel like a turtle in this armor. What else do I need here? I can bless the Kikazaru. Slap a divine on that. Made it a tiny bit better. I can't get enough quality on that to raise the life per second per level. And I'm kind of hurting on chaos res. I don't know, roomies. Let me see if I can find a perfect roomies. And I'm almost out of chaos. There's a 12-5 for 20 and one for 25. Oh, divines are worth about 100 chaos? Okay. The divine effect on the Pledge of Hands is matching kind of nice with the purple on the specters. Kind of like it. There we go. 1 divine. Quality of the roomies. Kindling orbit. 68% increased effect. Sure. And then I'm still unsure about this Doge race, but having all unique flasks is pretty cool. All right. Now grabbing Beachheads on to actually playing the game and challenges. 2 challenges remain. I need to run 1 Beachhead, complete Harbinger unique, and then we run a bunch of memory maps. And then complete challenges as far as getting the armor set for the league, thanks to the turtle build. That is the plan. All right, and then I need to make sure I keep the boat offering up so I do not die. What is my block at again? 67. How do I get more attack block? I might be able to do it with tattoos. How's my strength? Okay, I can drop a couple spots of strength for some more. Hopefully the turtles will aim in the right direction. Purity of Elements keeps leveling up. So I can't be ignited. That's good. I like that. Gain a few levels here. I probably path to more life for myself. I can probably get more strength nodes in the process. And then I can use tattoos. I would need 8 of them to get me to block cap. I wish there was a timer on the bone offering. It's the worst part of it. I don't know when it wears off. Also, I'm paying attention to the icon on my head. Maybe that's what I need to do, or just keep casting it pretty often. This has to be the memeiest build I think I've ever made. I did make an unique only Gucci Hobo EK trap build once that actually did okay, but it is nothing compared to this. That build actually was playable. This one, all for the memes. And yeah, I can gain the flask charges while the flasks are in effect. That is actually a thing with this belt. Pretty wild. Oh, something's hitting me. I don't know when the effect is worn off for all the minions. Flasks you use applies to zombies and specters. So, yeah. Not all minions, just zombies and specters. Giving them frenzy charges, though, that's a ton of extra damage. Actually pretty big. I know when the consecrated ground wears off. That's really obvious on that flask. And how are multiple on my specters marked? I can only have one mark out at a time. Come on, game. Ooh, mana siphoner. That steel skin's giving me a lot of extra protection as well. That's good. Purity of Elements went up. And I just pushed the Doge Rays as a life flask. I can't do that. Flasks are not mine anymore. What is going on here? Lots of corrupting blood. It's a big mess. Turtles are getting it done, though. Oh, don't let them hit me. You got taunt now. Hey, level 86. Let's go. Oh, this one has life regen down here. Not gonna die easily. Okay, Turtles got it, though. We got the big Harbinger out now. I need Bone Offering, and there we go. Complete Beachhead Maps Challenge complete. Now, I bought 6 of them, because I'm going to keep running these and try and complete this set myself. And if I can't complete a Harbinger unique, well, I'm in trade. I'm just going to buy the missing piece I need. Alright, this level, not do too terribly much. I path through here and go for more life. I think that's my best play. That or get more jewel sockets. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Path over here, see if I can get Constitution. And where are my tattoos? Block. I have 8 blocks, and I need 155 for the steel skin. Right now I can use 5. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure. Oh, I can use 6, it looks like. And there we go. So now when I Bone Offering, 73 attack block. The only way I'm going to stay alive. I'm really excited for a new PoE league. It's hard to find motivation in that game if you're not, like, really on, like, a project or something. A new league, new stuff, starting everything from scratch. Gives a lot to work on. And if we're at a point in the league where this is what I'm doing, it's, I feel like it's kind of over. I'm curious as well if you guys have any predictions for what the next league will be, or changes you would like to see in the upcoming league. I personally am hoping for a Renaissance League as a final league before Path of Exile 2, where they like put every mechanic they have in the game at once and just let us go crazy with it. That would be amazing. I think put all of the maps on the Atlas. We'll get extra Atlas passive points as a result of that, but we'll have all of the extra league content stuff like Crucibles and Lake of Calandras and, oh, what are they called? The little orb things. Sentinels. Get some Trial of the Ancestors, some Affliction, like all of it. I want it all. I think that would make for a really, really rich league with so many possibilities of things to do. Crucible trees on items, tattoos, crazy mirrored rings combined with recombinators. Min-maxing a character in a league like that would be creating things the likes we've never seen before. And I think the current in-game in Path of Exile requires you to min-max a little too much. But opening up all those other avenues would allow for that potential power to go crazy. But hopefully we'll find out what GGG's thinking sometime this week. Get a date set for that. Because just playing this little bit of PoE for me right now is just like, yeah, I think I'm ready. Let's do a new league. Oh, I died! No! Die real quick! Let's see, I need to move the Bottled Faith to my life flask slot. So if I'm gonna press a flask out of, like, just habit, then it better be doing something to, like, heal me. I think I'm gonna turn the enemy life bars off too. Go full cinematic mode. Turtles get their breath and spray stuff. If it's alive, they need to kill it, so. Oh, I need bone offering. There we go. The biggest thing I need to focus on. Curse enemies, bone offering. The turtles are fine. They could probably clear this map by themselves. It just take a while. And while I am using turtles for this is using the new Wraithlord helmet. You could probably make a Spectre build very similar to this that uses better Spectres that actually can get stuff done. I'm sure there's plenty of other Spectres that are just gonna have better clear and damage and things. Maybe not forcing you to rely on the Pledge of Hands to like have a pseudo counter to a 13-second cooldown. Can't even see the Spectres. Oh, they're all blinded. Aha. I see. Bone offering, flasks. How did I end up with power charges? Somehow. Yeah, I'm getting power charges. What? I thought I just pushed the bone offering. Maybe I didn't have enough mana? Yeah, I can't just spam it down. That's fair, I guess. Oh, there's a Soul Eater crab. Oh, it disappeared. And made it through another one. Staff piece. So I got 2 pieces of the staff. And I got a ziggurat map from that. It really is full circle, though. Turtles going back to the beach to get revenge on the crabs. Because crabs are notorious for eating sea turtles. Not these ones. My turtles can destroy some crabs. Oh, absolutely wrecked. What I need to do is just cast the bone offering every single time a pack of enemies, like, dies. Just keep doing it over and over. It says it does last 10.95 seconds. Ooh, a Dodre's dropped here. I was just thinking, well, that's 111. I wonder what it costs to get a 333 Power Frenzy Endurance Charge Dodre's Elixir. Something I was not expecting going into this video. Like, I had an idea about the Wise Oak, the Atzuris, the Bottled Faith. The Dodre's to give all my minions Frenzy Charges? That's pretty cool. Level 87. That's another strength and then another attack block. Imagine an army of turtles, like, defending against alien crab invasion. What a world Rayclast is. Ooh, cold, chill, freeze resistant with an invulnerability aura. Now that's a nasty enemy, I would say. Eventually made it out of there. Maybe the reason that the Harbingers are warping in crabs is because they're fighting turtles. They knew all along what they were facing here. It's gotta be it. I just know it. And another Harbinger down. Shield piece. That looks like my only shield piece. Let's see. Dodre's Elixir. 3 Frenzy, 2 Power, 2 Endurance, 1 Chaos. 333, 1 Chaos. Big increased charges used. There we go. Spent 17 Chaos on it because I wanted somebody to actually trade me. Well, there we go. Now, yeah. Cool. Another one down. Another shield piece. Level 88. Oh, it's another strength node. And I can now reach the cap on attack block. When I use the Bottle of Faith, it centers on my specters, not on me. Another shield piece. And to get a staff piece, I can complete the staff. Beautiful. Cool. The last one I had, too. Alright, I gotta just slap that there. Done. Challenge complete. Heralding Harbingers. Alright, now I need Alks, Scourings, Exalted Orbs, and I need to run these memory maps. Actually, there's something that I want to see. I'll throw in a Writhing Invitation. Okay, get my thing. Curse. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well. I wanted to see if they could just obliterate this boss, but it is not seeming like it. I also don't want to die, so nope. I did want to get a peek. Alright then. the map I like to throw these on. This one here. Cool, I got 4 out of that one. Einar's Memory of Crystal Prisons. Slap that one on there. We got 5 on that one. Cool. We talk to Alva. Arcade map. Alkit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otherwise, this looks doable. The first ones don't have as much increased mod effect. Exalt that. Less effective curses. And minus max. Uh-oh. Well, that's 6 mods. And to complete this map, I think I just need to kill the bosses. And that should give me 6 towards this counter of 150. Just keep my offering up. And I should be fine, I think. Especially if everything just dies. Alright, let's see. What can they do against the boss? I probably need to turn enemy health bars back on. And bosses should be dying over here. Oh, they're doing some kind of work. Get another offering usage. Herald of Thunder is about to go down. Oh, it's targeting me. Don't need that. Almost. There we go. Yep, that got me 6. And I don't need to do anything else. I can just leave. So this should be easy to finish. Mausoleum map. This has 30% increased effect of mods. Monsters steal Power Frenzy Endurance charges. Now we can just rock with that one. Alright, Tolman. Curse him. Make sure the offering's up. I gotta run. I guess these things are chasing me regardless. You know, move them a little bit. Want them to have some kind of distance. They get better damage if they're farther away from their target somehow. There we go. Boss dead. Minus max. Reduced effective curses. That one, no. Minus max spell suppression. Reduced block. Also, no. Minus max Ellie Reflect. Yikes. Minus max Monster Elirez. Please roll me a nice map. AoE, Chain, Solaris Fanatics. Less effective curses there. There's another 5. Yeah, this is the result of my min-max turtles trying to kill a boss. And yep, they are turtles. Push flasks again. And eventually it'll die. There we go. 10% of the way there. And 3 maps. Cage map. This one's going to be a long one. No exposure. Is this chaos? Do better. Steel charges. Undead. Enfeeble. Temp chains. Chain. I like that a little better. Did I ever do pantheons on this? Avoid projectiles that have chained. Unaffected by burning ground. What if I exalt this one? Impale? Okay. Ooh, Arcanist strongbox. Do I dare open the strongboxes? I've been avoiding them the other maps. Okay. There's gotta be really tanky. Because that's kind of part of the memory map. And they finish the one. The next one's gonna open. Turtles are not dying. That's good. I shouldn't have opened the strongbox. Oh god! Okay, they're getting it done. They're getting it done. Oh, second one. Okay, and then the third strongbox. Oh, their corpse exploding. I think it's just this one up here. Got him. Okay, what was that? Monsters in strongboxes have 500% life, 40% damage, 100% chance for additional pack of monsters. There's level 89. This will get me over 4k life. 2 unique bosses. Should be fine. Cemetery map. That one will be fast. Avoid ailments. Nope. Ellie Reflect. Bad. Life is ES. Exalt that. Oh, chance to avoid ailments. But you can't avoid chilled ground. I think this should be okay. Beware anonymous gifts? What is that? Why did I get that voice line? That came out of nowhere. What did I do to make that proc? Alright, and then Arabics, Light's Bane. Gotta remove the energy shield. That's the first challenge. And we gotta keep damaging it. Okay, we're making progress. It's extra life and life as energy shield. Yup. So unbelievably silly. Use all the flasks. Yep. Got him. 36 150. Gardens map. Poison, boss damage. That's fine. And there's no way I'm touching these rogue exiles empowered by 7 essences that get duplicated. Nope, don't need that. And another one goes down. Turtles really, if they're spraying their breath, they do not do a terrible job at clearing a lot of monsters. The tougher rare enemies, yeah, they're going to struggle with, but clear the shrine out. Oh, once they start spraying their breath, any second now. Yeah, there they go. And his enemies just start falling over. All right, made it to 45 off of just 2 memories. That's not bad. Fortress map. Beware anonymous gifts. It said it again. Not like anything crazy dropped right here. Fortress map. I am over halfway there. 77. So about like 12 more maps. And I think I've said it plenty of times before. You can make any build clear T16 maps. Just like very few builds are like going all the way and doing in-game bosses and stuff. But I'm gonna level to 90 with this. Actually been doing kind of all right. Beware anonymous gift. It must have something to do with a ritual. I'm standing in a ritual this time, and it was the last time I got the voice line. There's level 90. Whoa! As I die. Okay, well, that gets me constitution, even more life, help keep me alive. And luckily, I threw down a portal just as I entered the boss room, just in case. Because things get crazy, and I can't really control the turtles. They're just going to do their own thing. Monsters are hexproof. Hexproof really doesn't have much effect on the clearing of the map, but it makes me worried about this boss. This boss kind of charges them, so they can't really hit it at that sweet spot range. I really just gotta wait on this one. Oh yes, attack me. There we go. There's some damage. And I need more memories. Rogue Exiles. More Cascade of Strongboxes. Go again. Nice and easy 6 mod map. Ooh, spell suppression. Otherwise, this one's pretty good. Another 6 mod map. Found a ritual. Beware anonymous gifts. Yeah. Okay, so there is a ritual voice line for Witch. And, I mean, bosses are taking damage. One's dead. Okay, one of them is not taking damage. Okay, we'll move them. Come on. Blast him. Yeah, now he's taking damage. Good. I'll take it. Patches of burning ground. That means they're not going to be able to gain their energy shield if they're standing on burning ground. It won't affect me, just the turtles. I guess if I keep them off the burning ground, it'll be fine. I've yet to lose a turtle in this video, so I think we should be okay. Another fortress map, another really nice one. Strand map too. Business fire. A rewritten distant memory. 14 to go. One more memory should do it. Oh, I still have another map in that one. 2 unique bosses with crazy speed. Ooh, cannot be leached from. I exalted on it. Rip. That's bad. Instead, I got life as energy shield. And they're having trouble removing said energy shield. There we go. We got a nice blast there for a second. Like, even when the spray, it really makes no sense. Like, how you have to have, like, a certain distance from them for the damage to be not terrible. But then they finish it and they'll charge the enemy because they have the melee attack. It's worth repositioning them just so one of their blasts might, like, pivot and make it into the little sweet spot range for a second. Alright, another one down. 9 mods to go. 5 mods on this one. Cool. I only need 4 mods on the last one. Business Chaos. No, I haven't run any Business Chaos yet. Here we go. Totems, ranged monsters, avoid ailments, hinder. About as easy as one of these can get. And this will be the last map for the turtles, so I'll just bring you with me through this whole map so you get a full experience of me warping turtles around so that they can spray stuff with their Godzilla breath. And then we wait. And then... oh, we're off again. And we go. Blast as much stuff as possible. So you can see, like, when it's working, like, I can actually clear a little bit through this map. There's just a little bit of downtime where they have to recharge. But the Pledge of Hands makes it somewhat viable. Without the Pledge of Hands, this just, like, isn't happening. But it was a fun build to try and put together. Is something we've been thinking about since Trial of the Ancestors when the turtle showed up, but we couldn't make specters there. And then in Affliction League, they were corpses, but only of the bigger turtles, not of these ones. Now this league, we had the Embers put these turtles in the maps, so we finally actually got to make the turtle build happen. And you know what? For what it is, it's really not that bad. Clear in T16 maps, slowly pushing up to level 91. It won't make it there, but I'd say I'm pretty happy with it. A lot of really strange and unique things happen here. Getting the helmet to drop, oh, that was a nightmare. Only took me, what, like close to 100 of those ziggurat maps for the thing to drop. Which is absolutely insane for such a build-enabling item, but what can you do? We come up on the bosses, make sure I got a block. Oh, we're split in two different directions. Well, they got that one in a nice range for the blast. Want to start it again, scoot them back here, and yeah, they can get a nice couple chunks. But then he gets closer to him, and yeah, the damage just, you can see how it just goes away. But there is the turtle build. There is 38 challenges complete. And so, to wrap up here, as a reminder, follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be doing a week of Scuffed Starling streams, playing some Ruthless on a fresh start over there to unlock affiliate and get my emotes added on there. If you would like to participate in the next group self-found league for the upcoming league, join the Discord. Link for that's also in the video description. And lastly, I will say that a lot of you probably had no idea that I had any kind of disability, and I don't talk about it much at all. And in truth, I just want to be normal. I want to be a normal guy, and I've kind of approached things here on YouTube as though there was nothing wrong with me. You don't see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and the things I struggle with outside of this. And making these videos, making fun builds and stuff has given me an outlet of something that I can put out into the world, given everything that I go through. And lastly, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the turtle build. But with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icons just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.